Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another video. This time around we're going to be doing a commentary on basically games I'm looking forward to, and they could be out already for certain consoles or whatever it may be. Maybe it's an exclusive. I'm just going to talk about games that look interesting. Obviously if I have the chance to play them or not is a different story. So yeah, I'm not doing these in order. This is just sort of, just whatever comes to mind. So the first one, obviously, is Battlefield 4, and a lot of you are probably going to be excited for that game, and it's just because it's a good game. I mean, it's going to be my multiplayer go-to game. But yeah, I can give you like a quick overview if you don't know them, just because, Battlefield's all about the multiplayer. Let's just face it, that's just what it is. I mean, originally the game was only multiplayer and didn't have any single-player, elements, except for obviously playing with AI, but anyway, this game's gonna be awesome in my opinion. I just think it's gonna be good. I mean, I'll just play it no matter what because it's Battlefield, and it looks, honestly though, like it looks pretty good. Like I think it's gonna be a good game. I mean, it could totally flop still. Like you always have to leave a chance for that, but in my opinion, I think it's just gonna be a good game. Graphics look awesome, lots of guns, customization. There's more of that, and it just looks awesome. So that's a game I'm looking forward to. Should be great. It's gonna be my multiplayer go-to game if I just wanna, whether it be like just team deathmatch to chill, you know what I mean, turn my mind off, or whatever, conquest with a bunch of people or anything. You got the idea. It's Battlefield. Next one is already out, and it's GTA 5, but it's coming out later for the PC. And I actually acquired a PS3 temporarily so I could check it out. And I gotta say, it's a good game. Like really good game. But obviously I'm looking forward to the PC version because one, you get mods. But side note, I have to say the console version, or at least like whatever the engine that they're running on right now, whatever it is, even if it's the same one, it looks surprisingly good. Like if you know whatever it's called, Ice Enhancer or IC Enhancer, whatever, that mod for Grand Theft Auto 4 that makes it look really good. It honestly looks like that, but with, at least on the consoles, just lots of lots of no anti-aliasing. So there's lots of lines everywhere. But I bet on PCs, like if they port it over, which I assume they will, it'll look pretty darn good. And I don't even think I would mod it. Like Grand Theft Auto 4, I would see like a requirement to mod it, at least for me, just because then the game looks decent. But something like Grand Theft Auto 5, like if it looks the same or better, would have no problem, because it looks pretty good. And again, if you don't know this game, open world, you can do whatever you want, tons of freedom, tons of missions. Like there's so much you can do in this game compared to the fourth one. Like I actually didn't really like, I know dislikes incoming, but I didn't like the fourth one as much. Or actually no, I never played Grand Theft Auto before that, but I didn't really like the fourth one, just because, I don't know, there just wasn't much to do in it. You got lots of money, and that was it. Like you couldn't really buy anything except for guns, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Moving on to the next game. I don't know much about this one. I don't really look too much into these games. I just like watch them a little bit and I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Is Watch Dogs, and that's gonna be another open world awesomeness. It's, except you're more of like an anonymous hacker kind of person, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I don't know too much about it. It's similar to Grand Theft Auto. You have lots of freedom, except you're like this hacker guy that can like do a bunch of crazy stuff. That looks pretty good, but again, I can't say whether it's going to be good or bad because we basically have no information about it. And the next one is Dying Light, and this one I only recently remembered. Like I remember there was a trailer a while ago and I thought it was pretty cool, but recently I looked more into it, and I think it's whoever bought whatever it's called, Dead Island, I think this is like a super steroids-ized whatever version of it, so it's just the same default game but modified a ton and added lots of stuff. And I don't know, one thing for sure though, I don't like the the graphics engine or how that works. I just don't like it. That's just me though. I mean, maybe I haven't played Dying Light yet, but I have played Dead Island. But anyway, that's one thing that bothers me about this game. But other than that, it looks pretty cool. But I gotta see the parkour and all that. They do look kind of choppy, and it just looks kind of choppy to me. But other than that, the idea looks pretty cool. Like a parkour zombie game. So that's another potential game that I'm excited for. And then another one is actually an exclusive, and it's Killzone, I think Shadowfall. And the reason I like this one is because, you know, PS4 or whatever always, like, whatever, Sony always releases a really nice, like, shooter game for their console, and this one is Killzone. And the last one, I think it was like Killzone 3 or whatever, it looked gorgeous for its, whatever, it came out a while ago, right? Like, whenever the PS3 came out, so that was a while ago. But anyway, Killzone Shadowfall looks gorgeous, and I don't know too much about it again. I'm just kind of saying what looks interesting to me. But yeah, it's a shooter, and it looks gorgeous. I don't know whether I'll be getting a PS4. Probably not, because I realized that they're like $400. I was like, oh wait, no way. If I am getting one, which I don't know how likely that is, it would probably be like a whatever their revision is. So if it's like a PS4 Slim, and maybe after a price drop if they do one of those. So yeah, that's just kind of what I'll be doing. Next one is probably surprising for some of you, but again, it's just kind of games I'm looking at, monitoring, well, not really monitoring, but like, you know, checking them out, is Call of Duty Ghosts. And I won't be buying this game for full price though. Like, I'd be getting it like later on if it's cheaper or whatever, but maybe if I can get it new cheap or something, then I'll get it, but I'm not going to pay full price for it. I'm just going to be honest with you. But you're probably wondering, like, whoa, you just did like recently, like a 10-minute video like bashing on Call of Duty. But, you know, yeah, it has all those cons, and I totally agree with them still. But in the end, Call of Duty is still fun if you just want to, again, similar to Team Deathmatch and Battlefield, you just to turn off and just chill, but more so in Call of Duty because it's like, yeah, it's just like an arcade shooter. So I mean, it's fun to play every so often. So if I can get it for cheap, then I'll get it. But I'm not gonna just like spend tons of money. But you know, it's just Call of Duty. I mean, it looks good. It's the same formula basically, as far as I can tell. Graphics look better. I mean, better. That's all I can say. Like not amazing. Probably almost like a tiny amount better than Black Ops 2. Probably. I haven't seen any gameplay yet, but yeah. So that's another one I'm keeping my eye out for. Another one is the it's by Ubisoft. I think it's called The Division. I'm not sure about that, but The Division is like it's made by Ubisoft. If I didn't just say that, I think I just did. And this one is like I think it's like a massive, like an MMO sort of thing, like massive multiplayer online. Meaning it's like entirely multiplayer based, but it's also a big world. And again, this is one of those ones where I think there's just like one trailer and maybe a couple interviews, but this one could be very interesting in my opinion. It looks very cool, and graphics, again, these next gen games are looking so good graphically, like all of them, because, well, I mean, instead of having like 3-core processors and like 4 gigs of RAM or whatever, you got a lot more power now. So I mean, if you think about the console ports now, they'll be a ton better this gen for PC. So I'm excited, maybe even if I don't get a PS4, but I'm excited for next gen. It's going to be good. Because, you know, look at these games running on like whatever, 7850s, I think it is. That's on the next gen consoles. It's not exactly a 7850, but anyway, you get what I'm going for. But anyway, next one, The Division, looks good. Open world, third person sort of shooter, level up sort of system, looks good. Basically, a lot of the games look like you're gonna need like to play with friends or whatever with microphones. That should be interesting. And yeah, I think that's basically it, guys. Tell me what games you're looking forward to, or maybe if I mentioned one that you also are interested, maybe your opinions on the game or whatever. Don't comment at all. I don't. It's a free country. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.